Hi, welcome to Randall's Log, video 28. Today's date is Saturday, January 28th, 2017. I'm going to make this pretty short because I have to get to sleep early. What's that? Go to sleep early on Saturday? Why? Well, I have a lot planned tomorrow. I'm going to be hush-hush on what I'm doing tomorrow because Marco, my good friend Marco Lopez, could be watching this video, and I told him I'd keep it a secret. It's nothing huge, nothing extravagant. It's just me and him hanging out. I haven't given him the details as to what we're doing, but we're meeting up early in the morning. I have to be at his place at 8:15 in the morning. As you may or may not know, it probably takes me about between 45 minutes to an hour to get to his place. I will have to go a different route than normal because Gasparilla is this weekend, and so I'm sure that Bayshore is probably closed off. I usually take Bayshore to get to 60, and I take 60 and I make it to Marco's place. This time I will be taking 275. Jump on the 275 to I-4 to I-75. Boom, I'm in Brandon. Boom, I go pick up Marco, and then from there the adventure begins. So anyways, today was a good day. I had to be at work at 10 a.m. Made it there on time. I was feeling a little tired at first, but then of course I started to wake up and everything was fine. Pretty busy today. I felt bad. There was a couple that came in, and it takes maybe between 30 minutes to an hour per person to be helped to get their taxes done, and it's because they have to ask all the proper questions. They have to make sure they get all the right information, ask all the answer questions that the clients or customers might have, process the information, and do everything as thorough as possible so that there's no mistakes, because when you're doing taxes, you're handling people's money, so it's sensitive information, Well, anyways, we had like 3 appointments. I was trying to be nice and let some of the people who had walked in explain to them that our people who do appointments, they go first. So, and they had already been waiting there for like an hour or 2 hours. So imagine someone coming in and just kind of cutting in front of you because they have an appointment. It sucks, but that's the policy. That's how we handle things. I took it upon myself. I took the initiative to let a few people know. Some complained and said, well, why don't you just have one person handling walk-ins and then the other people handling, the appointments? And I just basically said, listen, it's company policy. I think the reason that they don't do that is because we don't have as many appointments. A lot of people don't set as many appointments. We have more walk-ins than we do appointments. It's just so a couple got upset. They got fed up. They didn't want to wait, so they were like, we're going to H&R Block. So it sucks. But hey, at least I told them in advance, and they didn't sit there and wasted all their time and then get ridiculously angry. So I hope that I avoided this situation. With the one other guy who, of course, kept complaining, he decided to wait, which was good. They took care of him. So the wait, he was angry and frustrated. However, he left happy. So that was good. Other people, there was kind of a moment where I go to this lady and let her know she's next, or let her know, like, hey, she's ready. And this couple, which of course they're not paying attention, they're like, no, we got here before she did. And I'm like, okay, what was your name? And I go and I grab the sign-in sheet, and I knew for a fact that the lady I went to came in before they did, because I had previously went to the sheet to verify. But just to be thorough, I did it, and I did it in front of them. And I went to the lady and said, excuse me, ma'am, what's your name? And when I got her name, I'm like, okay, and I loudly said her last name, and I went to them and I said, sorry, she signed in 5 minutes before you did. And in silence. They didn't say anything. They weren't angry or anything like that. I'm sure they probably felt like, oh, we screwed up. So, and usually in situations like that, when people screw up, they're kind of quiet. They don't say anything else. They go back to just sitting there and waiting. So, yeah. But work was good. I thought I was supposed to get out at 3 o'clock, but Yvonne was like, "Can you stay till 4? I need you at 4, till 4." And I was like, "Yeah, if you want me to, if you need me to, sure." And of course, as I'm getting ready to leave, she's always kind and very nice to me, and she says, "Thank you for staying. Thank you." I'm like, "Of course." Granted, that last hour at work, I was like, "Oh, I'm hungry. I want to eat." And of course, I'm texting Frank because I hung out with Frank tonight, and I'm letting him know, like, "Hey, dude, we, be ready to eat." And we do our usual argument, our usual, like, "Well, where do you want to go?" Or and I'm like, "Well, the area. Where do we go? Where should we go? Where can we eat?" And he's always like, "Well, you're the picky one." Blah 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 blah. So for the most part, I know he likes buffets. He likes to eat a lot. I joked with him because at this rate, like, if I stick to my plan and I work on dropping the weight, I should be thinner, not necessarily thin or skinny. But I joked with Frank and I said, how funny would it be, like, if it became reversed, like you became fat and I was thin. I made the comparison to Home Improvement. There was an episode in Home Improvement. Traditionally, there's a character called Al, and Al had a beard, and of course, Tim Allen was always clean shaven. And they did a flashback episode to like their first episode they did together, and Al was the one that had been clean shaven, and Tim had the beard, and so that's how I see the comparison. It's like, I've always been more overweight, and so actually when I first hung out with Frank, I wasn't that overweight. I gradually just started to put on the weight again and get big and get overweight. But and Frank's always been sort of like in a decent shape, decent size. So over the years now, especially the past several years, I've noticed Frank's stocked on a little weight. I'm sure he knows, and he's not happy about it. But I want to help him. I want him to live a happier and better life. He's not motivated. He's not motivated. He doesn't want to. He needs the push, but he doesn't like being pushed. And I feel like he's never going to push himself. I don't think he's ever going to reach, like, I think he's comfortable. It's like, I want to get him out of his comfort zone. But anyways, we ended up going to CC's Pizza, and it was packed. It was packed in there. But I had some pizza, and what was that dessert he said? Wasn't custard. Bavarian cream, I think. So there was like a Bavarian cream type dessert pizza slice, and he had never seen it before. He's never had it, and I'm like, oh man, like I've had these before, but he's like, oh, I haven't been to CC's in like 2 years or something like that. And I think last time he went, it was with me. So it's been that long. I've gone several times with Marco over the past couple of years. So, and I've had those before. They're good. They're great. But yeah, I mean, we had a great talk. We were joking around, joking about mafia stuff, and it sucks when you make a few jokes and you have you have some fun conversations, and then literally like a few hours pass by, and you're like, what were we talking about? What did we say? One other funny thing we did was we were playing Call of Duty, and was it in the game, they're like, all right, get to work. All right, soldiers, get to work. Go into battle, get to work. And I'm like, what did I say? He's like, all right, time to get that workman's comp. And as soon as I said it, Frank like got shot and like killed, or he, something blew up and he died. And then afterwards, he's like, checks in the mail. And it just, just like stupid, like funny jokes like that. It caught us off guard, and we just started laughing. It was a good day. A bunch of laughs, and I always enjoy moments like that. I always enjoy times like that. I mean, I think that's what life's about. Life's about laughing, having a good time, smiling, being happy. That's what I want. I want financial security. I want to be able to make a living and make enough money to where I don't have to stress in life. And I can, I have a home and I have a family. I mean, eventually I want to settle down and have kids. I just want to financially prepare everything. I think I've mentioned this before. I do like to repeat myself a lot. I'm sorry. I think maybe it helps me remember what I want or what whatever. You don't care. It's okay. Um, but yeah, tonight was a good night. And yeah, that was it. That was it. Played Call of Duty, had like a fun little conversation before I left, and now I'm home, and now I need to get to sleep because tomorrow is going to be an awesome day. So thanks for watching. Good night, and see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.